Ever wondered why your brain seems to be in a constant state of overdrive, analyzing every minute detail? Let's delve into the origins of this phenomenon. Picture our ancestors in the primordial landscapes of the past. Their survival hinged on constant vigilance and intricate planning. The ability to anticipate danger, to predict the movements of predators, was a critical survival tool. Our brains evolved to be attuned to the immediate environment, constantly processing and responding to stimuli. Now let's fast forward to the present. We're no longer fending off wild beasts or foraging for food, yet our brains continue to operate on the same principles. We're still predicting, planning, and reacting, but the stimuli have changed. Our brains, designed for survival in the wilderness, are now navigating a world where threats are not lions, but deadlines, not snakes, but social pressures. Fast forward to the present day, where our brains are bombarded with information and choices. The same evolutionary tools that once protected us from wild beasts and dangerous terrains are now being overworked in the urban jungle. Our minds, designed to foresee dangers and strategize survival, are now navigating social pressures, deadlines, and the relentless influx of information. We're no longer running from predators, but we're racing against time, constantly trying to keep up with the world's pace. The threats have changed, but our mind's response to them hasn't. The triggers for our overthinking have shifted from physical dangers to intangible worries, from fear of scarcity to fear of missing out, from survival instincts to social anxieties. Our brain's ability to predict and plan, once our survival toolkit, now seems to be our stress kit. The stress of a hunt has been replaced by the stress of an inbox. Our once helpful vigilance now manifests as anxiety, our planning as overthinking. Caught in a web of what-ifs, we miss the what-is. Overthinking is like a labyrinth, full of winding thoughts that lead us further away from the here and now. It's a paradox, really. Our brain, in its quest to protect us from potential harm, ends up creating a different kind of harm, the harm of missing out on life as it unfolds. Each moment of overthinking is a moment lost to worry, to fear, to doubt. And these lost moments add up, contributing to stress, anxiety, and even physical health issues. We become so engrossed in navigating the labyrinth of our thoughts that we forget to experience the beauty of the present, the joy of simply being. The world continues to spin, moments continue to pass, and we're left behind, lost in a sea of thoughts. We're trapped in the maze of our minds, missing out on the beauty of the present moment. But it's not all doom and gloom. Just as we've learned to adapt and evolve, so too can our approach to the workings of our mind. Our minds have the remarkable ability to change and adapt. This is known as neuroplasticity. It means that we can learn to shift our thought patterns and reactions. So how do we rewire an overthinking brain? Well, there are a few ways. One of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our attention fully to the present moment. It's about observing our thoughts without judgment and without getting caught up in them. By doing this, we can start to break the cycle of overthinking and instead cultivate a sense of calm and clarity. Another useful tool is meditation. This can take many forms, but at its core, it's about quieting the mind and finding a sense of inner peace. Regular meditation can actually change the structure of our brains, reducing activity in the areas associated with stress and anxiety, and increasing it in areas linked to emotional regulation and perspective taking. These techniques are not about eliminating thoughts, but rather learning to create space around them. It's about not getting swept away in the torrent of our thoughts, but learning to observe them as they come and go, like clouds in the sky. And finally, the simple act of taking a moment to breathe can have a profound impact. In the midst of our busy lives, it's easy to forget the power of pausing, of taking a deep breath, and bringing ourselves back to the present moment. This simple act can help to ground us, to bring us out of the whirlwind of our thoughts and back into the reality of the now. By understanding our evolutionary past, we can shape a future where our minds serve us, not enslave us, where we live not in the shadow of what might happen, but in the light of what is happening. And so, we see that the path from a mind full of thoughts to mindful living is not only possible, but within reach. It's a journey back to ourselves, back to the present moment, and back to the beauty of now.